In the northernmost reaches of the Indian subcontinent, where the sky kisses the earth, high in the majestic Himalayas, lies a region of unparalleled beauty. This is Kashmir, a land celebrated for its breathtaking beauty, a place that has captivated hearts and minds for centuries, but also a region of profound complexity, where history and geography intertwine to create a unique and often turbulent narrative. This is a place of serene lakes, their waters reflecting the towering mountains like mirrors to the sky, wildflower valleys where vibrant colours paint the landscape in a breathtaking display of nature's artistry, and snow-capped peaks, their icy summits piercing the heavens, a testament to the raw power and enduring beauty of the natural world. For generations, Kashmir has been long celebrated as a paradise on earth, a sanctuary of peace and tranquility, a place where the soul can find solace and inspiration. Yet beneath its tranquil surface, a different story unfolds, a narrative of conflict and contention that has shaped the region's destiny. Kashmir has become one of the world's most enduring and bitterly contested regions, a flashpoint of geopolitical tension that has reverberated across the globe. Since the mid-20th century, as the world underwent dramatic shifts in power and ideology, India and Pakistan have vied for control of this strategic territory, each nation asserting its claim over this coveted land, fueling a rivalry that has defined their relationship for decades. This struggle has led to wars, persistent tension, and deep sorrow for the people of Kashmir, who have been caught in the crossfire of this enduring conflict. Its location, bordering India, Pakistan and China, makes it a region of immense strategic importance, makes it a geopolitical crossroads, a meeting point of cultures, interests and competing ambitions. And its rivers are lifelines for millions, providing sustenance and shaping the landscape. The struggle for Kashmir is not just about land, about territorial control or political dominance, but about water, a precious resource that sustains life, about identity, the cultural heritage and aspirations of the Kashmiri people, and ultimately about survival in a region fraught with challenges. To understand today's world, with its complex web of alliances and conflicts, we must understand Kashmir, a story shaped by the end of empire, by the decisions and consequences that followed the departure of colonial powers, the birth of nations, the hopes and dreams of newly independent states, and the choices that followed, the paths taken and the roads not taken. Let's look closely at how this paradise became a symbol of division, a representation of the unresolved conflicts that continue to plague our world, and what it teaches us about conflict and hope, about the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity, and the enduring quest for peace in a troubled world. Before conflict defined it, Kashmir was the largest princely state in British India, ruled by Maharaja Hari Singh, a Hindu monarch over a mostly Muslim population. Princely states like Kashmir enjoyed autonomy under British suzerainty, existing in a delicate balance. While India's independence movement surged, life in Kashmir remained insulated, but unrest simmered beneath the surface. Calls for reform and rights grew, connecting Kashmir's fate to the wider anti-colonial struggle. As the British prepared to leave, the future of princely states became uncertain. Maharaja Hari Singh faced a monumental decision that would shape the destiny of millions. The stage was set for Kashmir's most perilous moment. The year is 1947. After decades of colonial rule, the sun was finally setting on the British Raj. But as the British prepared to leave, they set in motion a plan that would forever alter the landscape of the Indian subcontinent. The British decided to partition India along religious lines, a decision that would lead to the creation of two new nations, India and Pakistan. This division, while intended to resolve religious tensions, ultimately unleashed a wave of unprecedented chaos and displacement. The partition unleashed a massive violent migration as millions of Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs were forced to leave their homes and cross the newly drawn borders. This mass movement of people was marked by immense suffering and bloodshed. Beyond the directly governed British territories, hundreds of princely states now faced a critical decision. Each princely state had to choose whether to join India with its promise of a secular democratic future or to join Pakistan, a nation founded on the principles of Islam. A third, more audacious option existed: to remain independent, charting their own course in the turbulent new world. Among these princely states, Kashmir's situation was particularly unique and complex. The state was ruled by a Hindu Maharaja, Hari Singh, but its population was predominantly Muslim. This demographic reality created a delicate and potentially explosive situation. Adding to the complexity, Kashmir shared borders with both of the newly formed nations, India and Pakistan, making it a strategically vital territory. Pakistan, with its predominantly Muslim population, naturally expected Kashmir to join its ranks. India, under the leadership of Nehru, was championing secularism and inclusivity. India saw Kashmir as a crucial test case, a chance to prove its commitment to pluralism and demonstrate that a Muslim-majority region could thrive within a secular India. Caught in the middle was Maharaja Hari Singh, who initially hesitated, clinging to the dream of an independent Kashmir. But his indecision, born of a desire to preserve his own power and the unique identity of Kashmir, ultimately proved disastrous for the region. As the Maharaja wavered, pro-Pakistan and pro-India political movements gained momentum within Kashmir. And just across the borders, both India and Pakistan watched the unfolding drama with increasing anxiety and strategic calculation. The fate of Kashmir, a land of breathtaking beauty and ancient traditions, hung precariously in the balance. As tensions escalated, outside forces began to gather at its borders, each vying for control of this strategically important territory. The Maharaja's dream of maintaining neutrality and independence for Kashmir was rapidly slipping away, crushed by the weight of geopolitical realities. Soon, a series of dramatic events would unfold, forcing his hand and irrevocably changing the course of Kashmir's history forever. The valley, once a haven of peace and tranquility, was now teetering on the brink of a devastating conflict, a conflict that would shape its destiny for decades to come. In late 1947, tribal fighters backed by Pakistan invaded Kashmir, aiming to liberate its Muslims. The Maharaja's forces collapsed, and he urgently sought India's help. India agreed on the condition that Kashmir formally accede to India. Facing imminent defeat, the Maharaja signed the instrument of accession. Indian troops arrived, halting the advance and sparking the First Kashmir War. The conflict raged for over a year, devastating the region. A UN-brokered ceasefire in 1949 left Kashmir divided. India controlled the valley, Jammu and Ladakh. Pakistan held Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. The line of control became a hardened, militarized border. What was meant as a temporary solution became a permanent scar across Kashmir. The 1949 ceasefire paused, but did not end the conflict. Kashmir's division fueled decades of hostility, sparking wars in 1965 and 1971, and countless skirmishes. The Simla Agreement in 1972 reaffirmed the line of control and promised peaceful negotiations, but violence persisted. In 1989, a major insurgency erupted in the valley, driven by discontent and calls for self-determination. India accused Pakistan of supporting militants. Pakistan denied direct involvement. The valley became a battleground, with civilians caught in the crossfire. In 1999, the Kargil War brought India and Pakistan, both nuclear powers, dangerously close to all-out war. Each conflict deepened mistrust and made peace more elusive. Kashmir's unresolved status remains a flashpoint for the region and the world. For Kashmiris, conflict is a daily reality. Military checkpoints, armed patrols, and constant tension shape everyday life. Decades of violence have left deep psychological scars, with families torn apart and many living in fear or mourning. Disappearances and trauma are widespread, and mental health struggles are common. The economy, once vibrant with tourism and handicrafts, has suffered from instability, curfews and shutdowns. Unemployment and frustration run high, especially among youth. Yet the resilience of Kashmir's people endures. They celebrate, create and hope for peace. Their culture remains a source of strength, even as they yearn for a future free from violence. The Kashmir conflict persists because India and Pakistan hold irreconcilable positions. India claims all of Jammu and Kashmir as its own, citing the Maharaja's accession. Pakistan rejects this, demanding a plebiscite for Kashmiris to decide their future, as once recommended by the UN. Within Kashmir, opinions are divided. Some want to stay with India, others with Pakistan, and many seek independence. This diversity makes any simple solution impossible. In 2019, India revoked Kashmir's special status, integrating it more tightly and splitting it into two territories. India argued this would bring development. Pakistan and many Kashmiris saw it as betrayal. The move deepened mistrust and made resolution even harder. Kashmir remains a symbol of unresolved conflict and competing nationalisms. Kashmir's story is one of beauty, heartbreak, and enduring conflict. From a princely state at a crossroads in 1947, it became the center of a struggle between India and Pakistan. Wars, a hardened border, and decades of insurgency have left the region divided and its people suffering. The core dispute, territory, identity, and self-determination, remains unresolved. India and Pakistan's opposing claims and the diverse aspirations of Kashmiris make peace elusive. The 2019 revocation of autonomy added new layers of complexity. Kashmir's journey from paradise to conflict is a lesson in history, politics, and the human cost of division. Kashmir's story may seem distant, a world away from our daily lives, but its lessons are universal, echoing across borders and cultures. It speaks to the shared human experience, the joys and sorrows that bind us together, regardless of where we come from. The conflict between nuclear powers affects global security, casting a long shadow over international relations and the well-being of all nations. And the human stories remind us of our shared longing for peace, a fundamental desire that transcends political divides and ideological differences. These are the stories of resilience, hope, and the unwavering pursuit of a better future. Our role is not to take sides, to point fingers or assign blame, but to understand, to delve deeper into the complexities of the situation, to analyze the root causes of the conflict, how history shapes the present, how the past continues to influence the events unfolding today, and how choices echo through generations, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own time. By learning about Kashmir, we gain insight into nationalism, its power to unite and divide, its potential for both good and ill, decolonization, the complex and often painful process of nations reclaiming their sovereignty, and the cost of unresolved disputes, the human toll of prolonged conflict, and the urgent need for peaceful resolution. Curiosity and empathy are vital, essential tools for navigating a complex world. Ask questions, challenge assumptions, and seek out diverse perspectives. Seek stories, listen to the voices that are often marginalized or ignored, and listen to those living through conflict, those who have first-hand experience of the challenges and hardships of war. Understanding is the first step toward a more compassionate world, a world where differences are celebrated and conflicts are resolved peacefully. Let Kashmir's tale inspire us to engage, learn, and hope for peace. The future is unwritten. It is a blank canvas waiting to be filled with the colors of our choices. Informed curiosity can help turn conflict into conversation, fostering dialogue and understanding between opposing sides, and conversation into lasting peace, building bridges of trust and cooperation that can withstand the test of time.